For this demonstration, we will simulate our client's workflow. We start with the login page. Clicking on login will open the AuthPack window. AuthPack is just an API that does the authentication for us. So the user can log in or sign up if they haven't done so yet. Here they can create their own personal account or use Google to sign up. At any point in time, if they were to forget their password, they can come to the recovery tab and then enter in their email address. Click on recover account, which will send a code to that email address. Enter in that code and then update the password. Now let's log into the web application. AuthPack also has a dashboard that allows our client to manage any of the users by assigning them to any specific teams, as well as deleting user accounts if needed. On the inventory page here, the design behind it is that it uses express routes to make queries to communicate with the backend database to render the entire table, make updates, as well as delete items if needed. Here you can see a search bar that allows us to search for any specific item. So let's grab this LPN for example. If we search it, it will pop up. They're also color coded based on the high-low value. So 1 for high, 0 for low. This is just what our client wanted to be able to easily identify between the two by first glance. In addition, the quantity and notes columns are editable. Quantity more so for just being able to delete items. Notes for any updates on the condition or status. We also have a dynamic table up top that totals the MSRP, cost, quantity, and inventory columns based on the number of items that are in the inventory table. For testing purposes, we will use this test dummy that I have created down below here. We'll use it to test the save feature as well as the delete feature. So for saving, let's just first update the quantity to 0 or to 1. In notes, we'll put testing save feature. And by clicking on save, what will happen is Node will query a SQL update statement that will update in the backend this specific items, quantity, and notes field, and then reload the web page and render the table again with the updated fields right here as shown. For the delete, all we need to do is change quantity to 0, and by clicking save again, it will send the same SQL update statement to change the quantity to 0. But then on page reload, it will also query a SQL delete statement to just drop any items in the backend that have quantity 0 before rendering the entire inventory table. So we click OK, it reloads, and now the item has been deleted. Now Lee will go over the scan features as well as the process behind it.
When our client receives a new shipment of items, he can click on Scan. Scan will take him to the new inventory upload page, where he can upload a manifest and begin to validate the items that he received to the manifest that he was supposed to get. So today, this is the sample manifest that I will be uploading. There are 3 different items here, testing A, B, and C with some data already populated. So once I upload that, you can see that it copies that exact same table format and puts it into this web page. Each of these cells you can edit. For example, if I put hello into that notes and I search for hello, it dynamically changes the table to find every instance of that searched item. The most important feature is to scan items. Currently it's red. When it's red, search feature is on. When it's green, the scan feature is on. And this scan feature allows our client to scan in the item and increase the quantity count, and then he can check it from there. So for example, if he scans in testing A item, the quantity increases to 1 and it singles out that specific column, allowing him to better access that specific data and changing it based on his needs. Say testing B, he received a fraud item, so he wouldn't increase the quantity, and testing C, he didn't get at all. But in some cases, he would receive items that are not listed on the manifest. For example, if he gets testing D as an item, he would be prompted this, not found in the manifest. So he can add it to the manifest or he cannot add it. So if I click add to manifest, it will add it. All the other cells are empty besides the quantity. If I go back and I turn off the add prompt and I do it again with testing E, he will no longer be prompted if he wants to manually add it. And this should speed up the process if he were to have a lot of items that are not on the manifest. The next process, we click on cross-check. And each of these colors correspond with different things. Green means that he received it, which has a quantity greater than 0. Red is fraud, blue is missing. This export will export an Excel file. As you can see here, the 3 items that were quantity 1, or the imported items that would be imported into the current inventory list. The missing items were the ones that he did not receive, quantity 0, and the fraud items, ones that were marked as fraud. So then once I click import, it will prompt you, are you sure you want to import? Continue. This is also another check right here that duplicates the exact same export feature button right next to the cross-check button. This just allows our client another way to double check his work, just in case if he imports but forgets to export, now he lost all the fraud marked items and all the missing items and can no longer contact his seller to get those refunded or reimbursed. So if I click yes again, it will export the Excel file again, continue. As you can see, it adds the 3 items that we scanned into the current inventory list. And another feature on this, as you can see, the auto logout. Currently, it starts at 5 seconds if I don't do anything, or 5 minutes if I don't do anything. It begins to count down, and once it reaches 0, it will automatically log you out, or you can manually log out using this button right here, and signs, and this leads you here, and you sign in, and this is where you begin the entire process again. Thank you.